News 11 at 11 starts with breaking news.
11 at 11, following breaking news out of Aspinwall tonight. A woman was taken to the hospital after a car landed on its side following a crash. This happened around 9 o'clock on Center Avenue. Right now, we are working to learn how the victim is doing. We were told she was alert when she was taken to the hospital. And workers at Brashear High School are busy fixing a broken steam heating line that sent water just pouring off the building tonight. District leaders say maintenance crews found the broken pipe on one of the upper floors despite the break. Sorry, kids, classes will be held tomorrow. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Marlisa Goldsmith. Tonight, Channel 11 is learning new details about a violent encounter between two tow truck drivers in the city of Pittsburgh. We first followed the shooting as breaking news last night, and tonight we're hearing from the attorney of the driver who police say fired the gun. Channel 11's Aaron Clark is live with new details. Aaron.
Marlisa, what a bizarre incident this was, and the attorney representing the man who shot the gun says that his client was just acting in self-defense. According to police, this is what happened. Two tow companies arrived to the scene of an accident on Washington Boulevard just around 3:40 yesterday. Drivers from the two companies got into an argument, and one went to his truck and grabbed a bat. He approached the other driver, and that driver shot him. That man with the bat was transported to a local hospital in critical condition. Today, Channel 11 went back to the scene and talked to clients, or I should say talked to folks in the area about the incident. But before that, we received a statement from Fred Rabner, the attorney representing the driver who fired the gun. He says that his client, again, was just acting in self-defense. Everyone that we spoke to said that this was just such a crazy event.
It's, escalated quickly, I guess. It's pretty crazy.
Now, police have not charged anyone as of yet. Channel 11 did reach out to the other tow company and was told to call back on Monday, so you can be sure that we're going to continue to follow up on this. Tune into Channel 11 Morning News starting at 4:30 for the latest on this story. Reporting live tonight, I'm Aaron Clark, Channel 11 News.
Thanks so much, Aaron. Developing tonight, Pittsburgh police are investigating after a brawl broke out at the Southside bar called Foxtail. This video from a viewer shows more than a dozen people involved in the fight inside the club on East Carson Street last night. Bar security was able to break up the fight before police arrived.
Incidents happen all the time, This just happened at this place. Incidents happen at every place, This is just what happened here.
So far, no charges have been filed. In a statement today, the Foxtail Bar said this, quote, "This behavior will not be tolerated. The actors have been identified and will be permanently banned, not only in Foxtail, but across many nightlife properties within the city." Two townships in Beaver County are under a water boil advisory tonight. Listen up. The Municipal Water Authority of Aliquippa says a loss of water pressure affected Raccoon and Potter townships yesterday. A water main break on Green Garden Road was to blame. No word on how long the boil advisory will be in place. With the beautiful weather outside today, people around Pittsburgh were eager to rinse that nasty winter salt off their cars. Lines were really long at car washes across the area. We found an especially long wait on Washington Boulevard. The spring-like weather will be sticking around for the next few days. Meteorologist Kevin Benson is tracking what we can expect in Severe Weather Center 11.
Well, for February, you've got to admit that was a beauty out there today. We made it to 56. 56 degrees. The average is 37. It's still 43, and it's generally clear to partly cloudy across the area. The observation at Pittsburgh is mostly clear. Got a south breeze, and that's bringing up warmer air. It's going to get even warmer tomorrow. Many locations we are in the 40s. You can see Butler, Pittsburgh, Morgantown. There's a variety of numbers out there. A lot more snow on the ground north and over in the ridges, too. Anyway, there you can see clear to partly cloudy right now. 8 a.m. at your bus stop. Partly sunny. After a low of 35 at about 7 in the morning, it'll be 37 at 8 a.m. There can be just a bit of fog. I do not think the fog is going to be much of a factor. Now, what's coming at you here this week? Well, many things, including a big warm-up to start the week. I'll let you know when a front crosses the area. I'm tracking not one, but 2 rounds of showers, and there can be a bit of a rain-snow mix. Going to put it all together for you hour by hour with Storm Tracker. Coming right up here from Severe Weather Center 11.
A celebration in the streets of Boston tonight. About an hour ago, the New England Patriots beat the Los Angeles Rams to clinch the franchise's 6th Lombardi trophy, tying the Steelers for the most NFL championships. That means the pride of Penn Hills and Pitt, Aaron Donald, fell short in his championship bid. He puts his thoughts together in just moments with Albie Oxenrider. Well, heads up for drivers taking the Parkway East after dark overnight. Restrictions will be in place for most of the week. From 9 p.m. until 5 a.m., the Parkway will be squeezed down to just one lane in both directions between the Fort Pitt Bridge and the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. That begins tomorrow night through Thursday. Channel 11 traffic anchor Tricia Pittman will have much more on the restrictions for you tomorrow on Channel 11 Morning News. New tonight, the Beaver County coroner has released the names of the men killed in a crash last night in Rochester. David Riddle of Ohio and Casey Rector of Texas both died when their cars slid off railroad tracks and fell about 15 feet. Investigators are still trying to figure out why the men were driving on the tracks. All right, some good news to report tonight. A Pittsburgh man who disappeared late last week has been found safe. Ronald Simmons was missing for nearly 2 days and without his medications. But tonight, police report he has been safely reunited with his family. A driver was rushed to the hospital after a rollover crash in Lawrence County. The crash happened around 3 o'clock on Route 422 in Taylor Township. Emergency crews needed to use the jaws of life to rescue the victim from that car. State police believe the SUV may have lost a wheel while exiting the ramp, causing that crash. Happening now, Pittsburgh police are searching for the man who they say stabbed another man in the city's Bloomfield neighborhood. Channel 11's Lori Hoy got a copy of the criminal complaint and learned the cause of the violence.
According to this criminal complaint, the suspect, Andre Fletcher, got into an argument with the victim that turned physical, then violent. This is a mugshot of 40-year-old Andre Fletcher. In court papers, the victim, Nicholas Raddick, told police that Fletcher used to live with him at this house on Edmond Street in Bloomfield. Raddick said he came home Friday night to find Fletcher and Fletcher's girlfriend collecting boxes of items. That's when Raddick said he and Fletcher got into a verbal altercation over property, and Fletcher started throwing closed fist punches. At that point, Raddick said Fletcher grabbed 2 kitchen steak knives from the kitchen counter and stabbed him in the left side of the torso. Raddick was taken to the hospital in stable condition. Meantime, a warrant was issued for Fletcher, who faces felony charges. From Municipal Court, Lori Hoy, Channel 11 News.
Tonight, we're working to learn the cause of a house fire in New Kensington, Westmoreland County. The flames started around 1:30 this afternoon on Carl Avenue. You can see the side of the house is pretty damaged and several windows were broken. There are no reports of any injuries. Developing tonight, an Armstrong woman is facing charges after police say she fired a handgun at her own family. State police say Barbara Chrisman fired the shots inside her home on Hellick Road in South Bend Township. Troopers say they found Chrisman hiding in her crashed car not too far away from the house. Police say she smelled like alcohol and had an open container in the car. Virginia Governor Ralph Northam is clinging to office as more and more politicians call for his resignation. On Friday, Northam apologized for a racist photo that appeared in his 1984 medical school yearbook. The photo showed one person in blackface and look at the other one in a Ku Klux Klan outfit. But yesterday, Northam denied ever being in the photo. Today, the president of Eastern Virginia Medical School said an investigation will be launched into all of its past yearbooks. Nearly 4,000 more troops are heading to the U.S.-Mexico border. The Pentagon announced the 90-day deployment of the additional 3,750 U.S. forces today. They will provide support and customs to border protection. Meantime, the president is again promising to shut down the government February 15th if he doesn't get his border wall funding. NBC's Jennifer Johnson reports from Washington.
Because we're doing a great job.
President Trump, in a new Super Bowl Sunday CBS interview, again threatening to shut down the government if he doesn't get funding for his border wall.
Well, we're going to have to see what happens on February 15th. And
you're not taking it off the table?
Well, I don't take anything off the table. I don't like to take things off the table. It's that alternative. It's national emergency.
The president says the country is being invaded by criminals and repeated his threat to declare a national emergency if he doesn't get his funding. Democrats firing back.
FBI stats will show that the national murder rate is 5.3 murders per 100,000. The border cities are lower than that. In fact, Washington, D.C. is about 3 or 4 times more dangerous than Laredo, my hometown.
Ahead of Tuesday's State of the Union address, the president blasted House Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
And when you have people dying all over the country because of people like Nancy Pelosi who don't want to give proper border security for political reasons, she's doing a terrible disservice to our country. She can keep playing her games, but we will win.
Lawmakers not optimistic a deal can be reached.
As long as the Speaker and the President are way at odds, the chances of us reaching an agreement are slim.
President Trump plans to use his State of the Union to push his agenda and jumpstart his re-election bid. The official White House theme of the president's address will be choosing greatness, which includes the border wall and another round of denuclearization talks with North Korea. Jennifer Johnson, NBC News, Washington.
11 and 11 with breaking news from Butler County. A water main break will mean lane restrictions for drivers tomorrow morning in Evans City. A spokesperson for the Evans City Water and Sewer Authority says there was a break on Main Street near Franklin Road. Crews have an idea where the water lines are, but haven't fixed the break just yet. As a result, Main Street will be restricted tomorrow and drivers are asked to avoid that area. But you can count on traffic expert Tricia Pittman to help you get around the area tomorrow on Channel 11 Morning News starting at 4:30.
Coming up here, we'll talk about the warm weather, but more importantly, I'm going to time for you hour by hour when a few disturbances move through, tracking not 1 but 2 rounds of rain and even a bit of rain-snow mix. That's just ahead here from Severe Weather Center 11.
A Tree of Life survivor will be a guest of the First Lady at this week's State of the Union address. New at 11, the story of survival he shared before leaving for Washington, D.C. Plus, why Super Bowl Sunday was a big day for a local casino. And fish fry season is right around the corner, folks. What venues will need to have before they can open up in Allegheny County this year.
At 30 cents more than Ohio, Pennsylvania has the highest gas tax in the country.
They're wasting the money somehow, some way.
I investigated why we're paying so much at the pump and how that gas tax money is being spent. Monday on Channel 11 News at 5.
I'm Scott, and a distracted driver slammed into our car.
I just thought regular insurance, our medical bills would be covered. I didn't realize the importance of an attorney.
They took the reins so we could concentrate on getting better.
Call 1-800-9-4-EDGAR.
Honey, you know something she can't take back? It's one of those things. Unless you got it from Aldi. Their twice as nice guarantee means if you're not happy for any reason, they'll give you a refund and replace it.
Well, fine. Why don't you just return me then?
You didn't come from Aldi. I'm sure you'll love Kevin forever. Huh?
One thing you'll never regret is saving big at Aldi. Save on select Mama Cozy's 16-inch take and bake pizzas, now just $4.99. Aldi. Shop differently.
My name is Joanne, and workers' comp was forcing me to go back to a hostile work environment. It was horrible. I called Edgar Snyder. The first time that I spoke to my attorney, I felt like I had someone on my side.
Call 1-800-9-4-EDGAR.
Tricia Pittman on Channel 11 Morning News.
We're going to start by taking a look at our road weather index.
Keeping you ahead of traffic backups and delays every morning.
All bridges are shut down, so how are you going to get around this?
Watch Tricia Pittman on Channel 11 Morning News.
Welcome back. 11 at 11 continues to follow breaking news out of Aspinwall. Emergency workers rushed a woman to the hospital after a crash here on Center Avenue. Our Channel 11 news crew spotted the car on its side and were told the crash happened around 9 o'clock this evening and the victim was alert when she was taken to the hospital. We will be making calls for you throughout the night to find out how that victim is doing. Watch for updates on our Channel 11 News app and on WPXI.com. When President Donald Trump delivers his State of the Union address this week, a man who survived the Tree of Life shooting will be there. Judah Semet says he finds strength from his near-death experiences. Twice, Judah Semet's religion has almost cost him his life.
And here I am.
10-year-old Judah was at Germany Bergen-Belsen concentration camp for 10 months and narrowly escaping a train ride to Auschwitz. He fled the horrors of the Holocaust and made it to the United States. There, he found his new home in Pittsburgh. 70 years later, on October 27, 2018, Judah escaped death again.
Being at one time a paratrooper, military, I wanted to see.
He was just 4 minutes late to the Tree of Life Synagogue when he caught a glimpse.
I moved my head towards the passenger seat, and I could see him. I saw him clearly.
Of who he believes was the alleged mass shooter, firing toward an officer.
Then he disappeared. He ran back to the synagogue. Had I been on time, I would have been in the line of fire inside the synagogue. Because the woman who sat to my right on the back bench, she was killed.
Those 4 minutes saved his life. Having survived the deadliest attack on the Jewish community in history, the Holocaust, and avoiding the deadliest attack on the Jewish community in American history, Judah finds strength in his survival.
I think I'm the only witness who was not traumatized. The difficulty is going to be that when it's rebuilt and I see those seats empty.
Judah personally knew 7 of the people who were killed inside his synagogue, but he lost many more loved ones 70 years ago in Germany. Sumit was invited by First Lady Melania Trump to be a guest at the State of the Union address. He left for the White House this weekend. A rollover crash on the Parkway East forced state troopers to close the interstate for about an hour this morning. Troopers say a man lost control of his pickup truck on Forbes Avenue exit downtown. He was taken to the hospital. We're now working to learn more about his condition tonight. Now that sports betting is underway at the Rivers Casino, football fans had something else to root for tonight. The casino hosted a Super Bowl party tonight for nearly 1,000 sports fans and gamblers alike to watch the big game. More than 23 million people across the country were expected to place a wager on tonight's game.
They ain't seen nothing yet. Sports wagering is here. It's getting bigger. Naturally, we talk about phone accounts. Naturally, we talk about women who've been showing up here. So I'm very happy.
Since the sports books opened up on December 13th, the casino says it's already accepted more than $5.5 million in bets. A popular Westmoreland County highway could soon be renamed to honor a legendary local fire chief. Ed Hutch Hutchinson served as Greensburg's fire chief for 63 years before retiring in 2016. He passed away in April at the age of 96. Under a new proposed bill, the stretch of Route 30 here between North Greengate Road and East Pittsburgh Street would be named in his honor. 59 cents of every gallon of gas you pump goes to fix state roads, but Pennsylvania has some of the worst gas taxes in the country. Tomorrow, starting at 5 on Channel 11 News, why PennDOT says the high gas prices may actually save you money in the long run. Well, the season of Lent is right around the corner, folks, and this year, any venue sponsoring a fish fry will need a health permit to legally operate in Allegheny County. The county health department told our trip partners that sponsors without a valid health permit will have to apply for one by February 13th in order to get approved on time. A temporary permit costs $44. The Lenten season runs from March 6th through April 20th.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Kevin Benson in severe weather, Center 11. Thanks for having Channel 11 on tonight. What a day today. Plenty of sunshine, and the temperature made it all the way to 56. The average is 37. We were 56. It's still 43. So it's just one day after Groundhog Day. So far, the Groundhog's forecast has been right on point. We'll see how that holds up over the next few weeks. Anyway, mostly clear and 43. Still 43 in Pittsburgh. There you can see the fog tracker. There can be just a touch of fog. Not a lot, but I don't want to rule it out altogether, so just be on the lookout for some patches of fog, mainly early tomorrow morning. Variety of temperatures depending on location. Now, there's more snow on the ground here in these northern counties. Clarion says they're 30. Pittsburgh is 43, and there you see Waynesburg is reporting 30 degrees. Morgantown is 43. Satellite and radar images generally clear to partly cloudy. I've been talking about a couple of main features. First, this area of high pressure does a couple things I've been mentioning through the weekend. That's what's generated this flow out of the south, bringing in that warm air. The second thing with high pressure is it's subsiding air. That is what helped break the clouds today, subsiding air. You got to get air to rise to get condensation and clouds and eventually precipitation. That's low pressure, rising air. This is the opposite, high pressure, subsiding air, fair weather. Well, here is some low pressure and some rising air and some unsettled weather right out there. And that development is going to be moving in this direction. We'll time it in for you. And that's going to blow in here tomorrow night and blow out of here on Tuesday morning. Most of the strength of this is going to be just to the north, and you'll see that as we put this together in the storm tracker forecast. So your morning drive, you're in good shape tomorrow morning. It's going to be relatively mild in the mid-30s to start, and then it's going to get up close to 60 in the afternoon. But it doesn't look like this rain is coming in here until about 8 o'clock. Check in with Scott Harbaugh in the morning. He'll have some fresh timing for you. This can advance a couple of hours possibly, but right now it looks like it'll be after dark before you get some rain. It's not going to be anything too substantial, but you notice the heavy-duty stuff is well north of Pittsburgh on those northern tier counties. Then there's 3 in the morning Tuesday. We're starting to dial this back, and by morning drive Tuesday, you're dry again. But we've got a second round of unsettled weather, and it's going to be more widespread rain coming in here on Wednesday, and I'll show you that timing. So Monday looks good during the daylight hours. So does Tuesday. The rain is Monday night and Tuesday morning. Here comes Wednesday, though. It's going to be cold enough in those northern counties in the morning. There can be a mix of rain and snow, even as close as Butler and Katanning. So make sure you're dialed into the Channel 11 morning news before you head out the door in the morning, because the timing on this can change a little bit too. But it looks like it will be cold enough for a bit of rain and snow. And then look at this. We've got some widespread rain moving in here, and it looks like a better chance of that mix in those northern counties. You get up toward Brockway, DuBois, Punxsutawney, Falls Creek, St. Mary's, Ridgeway, Johnsonburg. You could end up with some mix there. Take a look, though. Much of Wednesday looks like it is going to be, rather wet. And then we are going to, right now, continue with temperatures above average coming up here over the next several days. In fact, here's the way it looks tonight. It'll be 35 at 7 in the morning, and then that'll be the low temperature. And then by 8 a.m., it's 38. So there are your low temperatures early on. Here is the forecast for afternoon. We start in the 30s early and end up near 60 late in the day. Some of the southern counties will get to 60 degrees. So rather mild, partly cloudy, light south wind, and patchy fog overnight. Extended forecast for you now. I'm going to keep it at 58 in the morning. Scott may kick that up a notch or two. Mostly to partly sunny, showers in the evening, ending toward morning. So again, Monday is dry, very nice in fact, and the rain moves in Monday night, early Tuesday, but it'll be done before dawn on Tuesday. So Tuesday looks good too, but a little cooler as that front moves through. Widespread rain on Wednesday. Right now, the early outlook for the long term here, there's a lot of uncertainty. We kind of put this together in what they call a blend here, or ensemble forecasting. That's something just a shot at it for you next weekend. I can guarantee you that will change, because some of the models are going way high and some are way low, and I kind of just shot the gap for you. There's something to go on next weekend. Kevin Benson in Severe Weather Center 11.
Well, if you're in need for a sweet treat, the Oakmont Bakery is set to open its new location this week. The current location will close after business hours tomorrow. The new location features indoor and outdoor seating, a larger parking lot, and the owners are also expanding their menu. A grand opening event will be held Tuesday. The Steelers are now sharing the spot for the most championship titles with the New England Patriots. Next in sports, highlights from the big game and what Pittsburgh native Aaron Donald is saying about his team's tough loss to the Patriots.
Don't miss the 2019 Pittsburgh International Auto Show.
Call 1-800-SANDALS.
It's time I focus on the future of my company and its employees. In addition to the complexities of my business, I want to work with someone who can help me with my personal investments.
I understand, and I know you asked me here today because not all firms have the resources to manage both your personal portfolio as well as your company's retirement plan. Have you thought at all about the future ownership of your company?
I have.
You can trust Regasso Financial Advisors to work with your best interest in mind. Feel more confident in your financial future. Regasso Financial Advisors, we guide for life.
The doorbell, a welcome sound.
But for someone who lives alone, it can be unsettling.
Hello, sir. Please come in.
If this is your mom, you don't want just anyone in her home. St. Barnabas has been providing award-winning home care services to this area for decades. All our employees must pass a full background check and drug test. So the next time the doorbell rings and it's someone from St. Barnabas, you can rest easy knowing your mom's in good hands. St. Barnabas, apart from the ordinary.
So, you finally got FiOS, huh?
Yep. Wanna know what the best part about it is?
Gaming with less lag?
Nope.
Watching movies in 4K?
Nope. The best part about it is, right now, my mom is streaming classes, my dad is streaming games.
And because the fiber optic network gives you insane speed and capacity, they don't have to ask you to get offline.
Exactly.
You owe me so big time.
100% fiber optic network, 100% phenomenal. Switch to FiOS Gigabit connection with a 2-year agreement and get a Netflix premium plan on us for a year.
Shop and Save has fresh, healthy produce, plus a huge selection of free-from products from Wild Harvest. So I always know exactly what I'm putting in my body. Okay, I also have kind of little sweet tooth.
Super entertaining for the big game? You can't lose at Shop and Save. Isley's Chip Cheltenham, $2.98 a pound. Blackberries, blueberries, or strawberries, buy one, get one of the same for free. And Culinary Circle Pizza, 3 for $10. Super big savings. Shop and Save, just right.
Ashley Home Store's Super Sale ends Monday. Hurry in and save up to 50% on select Tempur-Pedic floor models. Plus, get next-day delivery 7 days a week. Hurry, sale ends Monday. Ashley Home Store in Boardman and our newest location, McKnight Road, Pittsburgh.
Good evening. The Steelers have company. The New England Patriots joined them with their 6th Super Bowl title tonight and the lowest scoring Super Bowl in NFL history. Aaron Donald of Penn Hills and Pitt trying to make a statement early, throwing Tom Brady to the turf. Both defenses making their stand all night. But the Patriots with another local skylight star. Tom Brady finds Woodland Hills' Rob Gronkowski near the goal line. He had a big game. Next play, Michelle takes it in for the game's only touchdown. Low scoring. Pats win 13-3, 6-time champs, and the MVP is Julian Edelman. All of Pittsburgh, it seemed, pulling for Aaron Donald to add that Super Bowl trophy to his collection of accolades, and after the loss, he was taking it hard.
I feel like I let my team down. You know, this is the big stage. This is what you're working for, and I feel like I wasn't there when we needed a big play. And you know, I got to get better. I got to play. I got to work. I got to find a way to improve my game and keep trying to find ways to get better. So.
We'll have the most immediate opportunity for you to react on the Super Bowl right here in Channel 11. Tune in for coverage of postgame and a live Subway Final Word where you get to sound off on the game. That's at 11:35, 9 minutes from now on Channel 11. Again, we're live tonight with Mark Madden, John Steigerwald, and Dale Lawley. Aliquippa native Ty Law is getting some congrats from another Pro Football Hall of Famer from Aliquippa. Law was voted into the Hall of Fame last night. Today, Tony Dorsett tweeted, "Words can't express how proud I am of Ty Law as he joins me in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Ty, and welcome to the 2019 inductees. Hashtag Aliquippa Strong." Alan Faneca also took to Twitter to share his disappointment in not being voted in as a 4-time finalist. He says, and I'm paraphrasing, "It stinks and it hurts, but don't feel sorry for me. Life moves on, and we find the next challenge in front of us. I'm thankful for all I've been blessed with." Sad news tonight, a key member of the 1960 World Series champion Pirates has died. Bob Friend pitched more innings than anybody in Pirates history. He was a 3-time All-Star and world champion in 1960. He remained active with the Pirates Alumni Association. Friend was 88 years old. Frank Coonley said Bob was an outstanding baseball man and an even better person. Bob was truly one of the very best to ever wear the Pirates black and gold. He'll be deeply missed. Our condolences go out to the Pirates and Bob's friend's family. The Pens headed back home after a tough loss to Toronto. Sidney Crosby took some of the blame for the loss after face-offs that he lost to help the Maple Leafs have scoring chances.
You know, I got to win at least one of those. Lose a couple face-offs, ends up in our net. So, yeah, it's a game of mistakes, and you know, I made a couple there and end up in our net. And I thought in the third we pushed hard and gave ourselves a chance to get back in it, but we put ourselves in a good spot there after the first.
Pens are back in action Tuesday night against Carolina. Then it's on the road Thursday night at Florida, Saturday night at Tampa Bay. I'm Albie Oxenrider. Remember, stick around for the Subway Final Word. That's Channel 11 Sports.
Hey, Albie, check this out. Dozens of puppies took part in Pittsburgh's Puppy Bowl today. How you can make one of today's players part of your family.
For the largest selection of American-made furniture and mattresses, shop Levin's.
It's time to go Toyota. With the strongest lineup of Toyota trucks ever. Go Tacoma right now with 1,000 cash back. The leader in versatility and built for off-road adventure. Go with Tundra and get 1,500 cash back. Or go with a rugged 4Runner with 1,000 cash back. And if you want to kick it up a notch, check out the TRD Pro Series. Go reliable, go Toyota, and let's go places.
The latest innovation from Xfinity isn't just a store. It's a save more with a new kind of wireless network store. It's a look what your Wi-Fi can do now store. A get your questions answered by awesome expert store. It's a now there's one store that connects your life like never before store. The Xfinity store is here, and it's simple, easy, awesome.
I have 36 pickup trucks. My ambition is to work on these cars. In 2017, I had a stroke. I couldn't walk, I couldn't talk, I couldn't eat. The outpatient therapy was so intensive. Now I can walk like I didn't have a stroke. I am so excited to work on the cars. I demanded my recovery. I demanded Encompass Health.
I work hard and I want my money to work hard too. So I use my Freedom Unlimited card. Even when I'm spending, I'm earning 1.5% cash back on everything I buy. Earning on headphones. Earning. Still earning. Always earning.
I don't know where you're pointing.
Not that one, the big one. You can't sneak a good earning opportunity past me. In fact, I got a hand modeling gig that starts right now. Earn 1.5% cash back on everything you buy with Freedom Unlimited. Ooh, my hands look good. Chase, make more with yours.
Fact is, Americans move more than anyone else in the world.
Come on, guys, in here.
On average, we'll live in 11 homes.
Hey, let me help.
And every time we move, things change.
Guys, help your mom out.
Apartments become houses. Cars become minivans.
Mom, it's only an hour away.
As we upgrade and downsize. An Allstate agent will do the same for our protection. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
There's something out there for you and me. And the American road is calling. So what's it gonna be? Hey, it's an amazing day. Traveling our own highway. No matter where it leads us, we can smile. 'Cause it's leaning in the miles.
One of the cutest stories you'll see tonight while football fans got ready for the Super Bowl in Atlanta this evening here at home. The Camp Bow Wow Puppy Bowl was a really big draw. The event was held at the Green Tree location, taking the field adoptable players vying for the championship title. There were about 10 litters of puppies in today's Puppy Bowl, and all of them, yeah, how cute is this? All of them are up for adoption at Orphans of the Storm and Two Ladies, Four Paws Shelter. Thanks so much for watching Channel 11 tonight. You can get breaking news updates anytime on our streaming apps. Just search WPXI on Apple TV, Roku, or Amazon Fire. The news continues tomorrow morning at 4:30, and the final word with Albie is next. Have a great night, folks.